Well, color me surprised. Someone was texting and driving, they got in a car crash. My mind is absolutely blown to bits and pieces, scattered across my room. That's insane to think about. Someone's texting and not looking at the road and crashes their car. Yeah, so there was this streamer on Kick, and her name is Jackie. She has about 10,000 followers. She's not a big streamer. Not most likely you probably have not heard of her. And she does these IRL streams, which means in real life, by the way, at least from what I can tell, or just something along the lines of in real life vlogging, depends how you want to look at it. And she went viral the other day because she was streaming, looking at her phone, and got in a car crash. Now, I could go on a big rant about people and their driving skills these days. I I'm not going to go on a whole rant about bad drivers. One of the worst things is phones. You know, back decades ago, people thought drinking and driving was the biggest issue because you're impaired, your judgment is off. If you ever get pulled over and police officers put a flashlight and try to check your eyes, they're trying to see if your eyes make these really fast nudges and move around. That's because your eyes are unstable when you're drunk. That's pretty bad because you can't see, especially if it's night. You don't want to kill somebody, don't want to crash anyone's car. But unfortunately, now we have texting while driving. I've known a ton of people that have gotten in car accidents, rear-ended people because they're on their phone while driving. People cannot put away their phones. I've been to concerts, metal concerts. I remember I was at the Motley Crue, Def Leppard, and Poison concert in 2022. I saw people, a concerning amount of people, on their phones just scrolling while the bands were playing. Some people cannot put their phones down and it's insane. But let's take a look at this video because it's exactly what you expect, you know. Well, what do we have here? Texting while driving, big shock. All right, fellas. You're on the little Evan 7 cam on the bottom of the screen. I should call you guys the Seven Nation Army. Be kind of cool. Or yeah, it would. But here you go. Here's a Kick streamer. Her name is Jackie, and she got into a car crash, and I saw this on Reddit. So we're going to take a little look at this video. I think you guys are going to really like this one because it says a lot about our society. And by the way, streaming while driving, probably not a good idea. I suppose maybe it's not any worse than FaceTiming or calling while driving, but people tend to look at the chat and they try to be entertaining, you know, look at it, look at the camera, I mean, and stuff like that. So it's probably not the best idea, but not horrible, I suppose. Texting while driving, haven't we learned, you know, she got in a car crash. Anyway, let's take a look.
I feel like I should pick up food, but where's it at? Can you post it again?
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, that's not good. Look at this. She starts accelerating while she's looking at her phone. She was sitting here parked. She's still looking at her phone as she starts driving while she's looking for food. Oh my gosh. Look. I will be the first to admit that I have pretty high screen time, and it's not because I'm always on my phone. When I'm out in public, I can put my phone away. It's just when I have downtime, I tend to go on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I tend, you know, sometimes I'm calling people for a while, and that counts as screen time. I think most of it, it's crazy to me how people can just not put their phones down ever. I will still never get over that. I grew up in the generation that grew up with all the technology you could think of. The iPhone came out in 2007. I was born 2002, which makes me 5 when it came out. I've always been around it. But even I can put my phone away while I'm driving or when I'm working or I'm doing something. So, I mean, come on. Is there really an excuse for this? And it's funny because she's still sitting in her car and she's on her phone looking, and then she, you know, vroom vroom, starts accelerating while she's still looking at her phone. Like, you could at least make sure someone's not walking in front of your car. God forbid you don't look when you don't just accelerate. She could be at a stoplight here. It looks like I don't think she's parallel parked. It looks like she's at a stoplight, even though you can see the green in your peripheral vision, or maybe she glanced at it. I don't know if there's a crosswalk. I don't know if it was a green arrow. We'll see if she was going straight. Yeah, she was. Oh my No, no. Why? Why are you looking at your phone so much? That is the face of horror, you know. I'm not calling her horror, like horror as in horror movie, by the way. Just a little clarification. I mean, she could be both. I don't know. You know, I'm not here confirming, denying anything. I'm digging myself in a bit of a hole here, but that's all right. So it's whatever. Look how quick her glances are when she's looking at the road. She spends like half a second looking at the road, then the rest of the time on her phone looking for food. The food must be that good that you're going to get in a car wreck for it. It must be the best food you've ever had in your life, or she hasn't eaten in like 3 weeks and she's somehow still alive. Not that I have any experience. I have not been stranded on a deserted island. Never been thrown in prison. Never been kidnapped, thankfully. Knock on wood. I've never been starving for 3 weeks, but I have been starving for a day, and I can tell you this much. Everything in the world tastes and sounds good when you're starving. So, unless if it's this kind of scenario going on here, no excuse. There is zero excuse to be looking at your phone for food. I want to see the moment that she realizes right here, isn't it? Just a long time looking at your phone. This is the second before disaster, everybody. Holy shit. She hit the car so hard it took me out of the full window. Must be the hardest hit in the world. No, no, no. She has a grin on her face. No. Look at this. She knows this is going to be good publicity. She looks like she's happy she got in a car wreck because she can make a video out of this. I'm sure in that moment she could already see the headlines. Kick streamer crashes into a car while streaming. She also got banned, by the way. I'll get into that in just a second. Maybe that's a nervous smile. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Some people cope in different ways with stuff like this, or they have like this worried grin. But this isn't good. This looks like a face of, hey, I got some publicity. This is good for me. Great content. Not, oh no. Holy shit, I crashed into a car. I have to contact my insurance. It's gonna cost me money. Anyway, the rest of the video, I think it's just her about to get out of her car. Alright, that is the video. Really speaks for itself there, and she actually got banned from Kick. I couldn't find any information how long the ban was. I saw some people say she was banned for 3 weeks, 3 months, permanently banned. It's a bit unclear. I really don't know. And that makes sense because Kick could easily get sued if they have a consistent amount of streamers texting while driving and getting in car accidents, because they can say, hey, look, your platform promotes people looking at the stream or at their phone and getting in car crashes. So whatever the reason is, I agree with it. I think that's not a good thing to do. Do not text while drive. It's horrible. It's on the rise. It gets worse and worse every year. A lot of people die from car accidents because of people texting while driving or looking at their phones. Don't do it. It's not safe. Just look at the road. Be safe on the road, everybody, please. She seems pretty chill. I don't have anything against her. I just think her reaction was maybe a little tiny itty bitty. You see that little gap? Let me put it in front of something where you can see. There you go. You can really see it there. Look at that tiny gap. Oh, that is the amount of care I believe she had about how much money this is going to cost. Could be wrong. Could be a little nervous smile. Looked to me like she was very happy about the publicity she's about to get. That's all I want to share with you guys. I saw this video on Reddit, and I just had to share it. I think texting while driving is something that is horrible. It happens way too often. I see it every single day. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let me tell you something about Charlotte drivers. They are the absolute worst. I-77, if you live around here, worst highway. There's always accidents every single day. When there's backed up traffic anywhere around here, I always see people like glued to their phones. I mean, glued to their phones. Always see people driving aggressively, tailgating, pulling out of right turns, not looking, running red lights. Those things are bad enough. If you're texting while driving, it takes a split second like that to miss somebody who pulls right in front of you, who just either is a little bit stupid or is not paying attention themselves. So I'm surprised there's not any more accidents where two people are on their phones, texting while driving. They both crash into each other. I'm sure it's happened a lot. Anyway, we're at 9 subscribers, by the way. I really appreciate it. I've seen some of you comment who have subscribed. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you knew that. I do this for fun, but it's really nice to see people support me because, it makes me want to do this. And, yeah, anyway, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed.